Good evening YouTube, my name's Sean Connors and this is going to be a DM's tip programme, and welcome back to my channel, The Outsiders. Tonight I'm going to be talking about something I recently learned through the Munchausen Challenge, and I think it's a very valuable tip. It's probably something I do without thinking, but I want to share it with you because I think for any DM out there this is going to prove to be very valuable. Maybe you do this, maybe you don't, but I've got a feeling that this one's a real cracker, so listen in and see what you think. I look forward to your feedback. When we were set the challenge of the Munchausen Challenge, we were told to create, basically told to create a character and renege a story. You know, basically talk about a story, regale it, you know, really go into town about it. And at first I thought, well, what sort of character am I going to build here? How am I going to play? What am I going to do? And I instantly thought, well, I'll play to my strengths. So comedy, I feel, is a strength of mine, and it's something I can do quite well. I don't always play every NPC. I can play, you know, the old wizard with the best of them. You know, I can do all those types of things and I enjoy them massively, but I think there's something to be said by being put on the spot like this because it really puts you out your comfort zone. So what did I do? Well, the first thing I did is I thought of a name. Now, I think we all do that as DMs. We have an idea of a name and then we rush off and start developing stats and ideas. And it dawned on me that actually the name was far more critical to the character build than I'd ever thought previously, because with the name, and you probably do this anyway, you pick a name that's going to fit the style of character you're going to do. So I didn't. I just picked a name and I thought, well, what am I going to do? At first it was Cumberland. I thought, what am I going to do with Cumberland? That's just a sausage over here in the UK. I thought it was a great idea because it's really stupid. And then I thought, well, it's got to be something flouncy, so I'll go with the Duke of Cumberland. And I said the name a couple of times like that, you know, Duke of Cumberland, Duke of Cumberland. And it just sounded boring. I thought, well, there's no person. What sort of personality is this guy going to have? And my head was telling me, just say it out loud. Yeah, really go for it, ham it up, and see what comes out. So I went, the Duke of Cumberland would never give a rat's fig. And I suddenly thought, my God, that actually sounds Scottish. It's the first time ever. Apologies to the Scots because it probably isn't Scottish, but it's as good as I can do, as an accent can go. And I thought, wow, I like that. It sounds brash. So instantly there was a character forming straight away just by the name. And the other thing this did, by having that key immediate phrase, the Duke of Cumberland, I found by doing the first video, which I sort of did as a tester, so I do that with my players, you know, I put the NPC out there and depend on the reaction, think about how I'm going to bring him back, if at any point I will. If he's really well liked or she's well liked and they seem to really enjoy the character, then I will always look for opportunities to bring them back. So with the reaction I got, I thought, right, I've got to bring back the Duke of Cumberland. And you'll notice in the first video I rely heavily on the phrase the Duke of Cumberland, because each time I find myself wavering out of the accent, because I've got these key phrases that have already sort of come out of the personality, I can just flick back in. So if I'm sort of talking like this, but I need to quickly get back into character, I can go, there's no way the Duke of Cumberland would ever consider doing something like that. That's outrageous, man. And you see the personalities there, and each time I was able to do it. Now in the second video, I don't need to rely on the Duke of Cumberland. I've got other key phrases. I can say, that's ass. Aye. No way, Jimmy lad. You know, they're there because the personality's been forming and the character has been well received. So by the name alone created some of the personality which ultimately formed the character and gave me a direction for the Duke to take in it being brash. So I think personally, I think that's a wonderful thing. The name can be really critical to the build of the character because you can play around with the name. So I'm building at the moment in Liber Fanatica the name Facilius. So straight away, I want it to be mysterious and I want it to be a little bit difficult to see through. So it may sound odd, but if you think about the way I pronounce his name, Facilius, I'm already beginning to roll the language a little. I'm already building that sort of mannerisms, the standoffish approach, the sort of head cock to one side. Facilius considers all his options very wisely indeed. Men leave no stones unturned. I love it already. You see, and it all comes through the name. And that's why I think it's so valuable. So I share that DM's tips with you and hope that you have some fun practicing and trying that out and seeing what comes of it. Don't think about the stats. Think about the name and then think about the personality that builds from it. I'll tell you what, it's been a real revelation. So you can teach old dogs new tricks. Anyway, I've been Sean Connors. This has been Outsiders. Till the next time, take care of yourselves. Happy gaming.